3:20 to go, first quarter. Jets got a 41-yard Pat Leahy field goal on their first drive. They've got the ball for the second time now, and they've got terrific field position at the 46, first and 10. Jets trying to go 8-7-1 in 1988 and win their second game in December, something they've not done often in recent years.
Yeah, they want that winning record.
First and 10, O'Brien under Jim Sweeney, play fake. Goes deep left side for Wesley Walker, who's open. He got by Terry Kennard. That is a 37-yard gain. And O'Brien told Terry and me on Friday, we need to get Walker involved more.
Right. And talking to everyone, they say, well, is Walker finished? Absolutely not. He's been wide open all year. We just have not gotten the football to him. Well, he averages 26 yards every time he catches it. And the thing that I'm impressed with is that O'Brien is hanging the ball up, and the wind's not having an effect on it.
First down, one running back, a double tight end set. Freeman McNeil comes left. Turns the corner and is out of bounds at the 11-yard line as Kennard forced him out. McNeil came in with a personal goal. If he gets through this ball game, it will be the first time in his illustrious but injury-marred career that he has been able to play in all 16 games. Never has done it before. And as a sidelight, he needs 101 yards today to go over 1,000 for the season.
Yeah, and he's swat. You know, Johnny Hector will come in and spell him. They consider Hector also a starter. So McNeil will run a couple, then he'll go out and Hector will run a couple.
And that probably has helped McNeil's longevity this year. Schuler, the motion man. The toss to Vick. Nice pressure from Taylor. And then Vick fights and grabs and scratches down inside the 10 near the 8 before Gary Reasons, number 55, makes the tackle.
Notice that Taylor will come in right now, and then the cut block right there. Taylor will be knocked completely off his feet. This is something the Jets want to do to Taylor, using their fullback. Coming in, that time Hector knocks Taylor completely down, allowing the back, that time Vick, to run.
Split backs on 3rd and 1. Marion Barber is the motion man, number 31. Lays the block, and that'll be close. It was Barber coming from a flanker position who led the way at Pepper Johnson before Johnson, number 52, made the tackle. And now the spot. At the 7, they'll bring the chain on.
Well, the Jets said that this is their playoff game. They like nothing better than to beat the Giants, get a little respect. And so I would say now, if they didn't make this first down, I would expect them to go for it. What the heck do you have to lose?
Well, they indicated that caution be gone today. They're going to throw everything they've got at the Giants.
That's the first down.
First and goal. And it's a 3-0 score right now with 2:16 to go, first quarter. Again, Herschel Walker's 1-yard run has given Dallas a 7-0 lead. New Orleans on a Bobby Hebert touchdown pass. Domingo Bryant returned an interception for a touchdown to give Houston a 10-0 lead. Putbacks. Dunn is in motion. Vick to the 5. Lawrence Taylor with the tackle, number 56. Tampa Bay leading Detroit 7-0 in the second. Testaverde threw a touchdown in that game.
Look now for O'Brien to come out with a little play action. He loves to get Schuler crossing down here and then hit him with the football. A little play action, come out and cross the tight end with a slot man.
McNeil lines up tight to the left side. Tune in motion. 3-step drop. Caught, touchdown, Mickey Schuler. And the 11-year vet who is going to the Pro Bowl for the second time in the last 3 years grabs his 5th touchdown catch of the year.
Schuler lined up as a slot back right in the center of your screen. Comes down outside, goes inside, and he's wide open. No play action, just stand up, little quick slant. There he is.
Schuler 5 yards from O'Brien. Leahy with the extra point. Snap is high, but the kick is good. Schuler says he has a technique for his ability to catch all the passes. He said you catch the ball, then you open your eyes, and then you run.
That's right. The young kids were asking him what his secret is, and that's what he told them. I catch it, I open my eyes, and I went, oh, my feet are on the ground. Away I go.
Leahy will kick it. Guggemos will take it. And he is down at the 25-yard line. John Galvin makes the tackle of a 23-yard return. Key down, many will argue it's first down. And look what's happened on first down so far. The Giants have averaged 2 yards. And the Jets, primarily because of the 2 big pass plays to Toon and Wesley Walker, a 13-yard first down average.
Well, because of the weather here today, I think the Giants are taking advantage of it, and they've gotten away from the running game. I would look for them to go back to it now.
And off to Joe Morris, jammed up, breaks a tackle, and he's out to the 28-yard line. Giants, of course, have played very well here in December. Not so for the Jets. Bill Parcells' team, he wants that ground game, and they've really had an excellent December record. Let's compare the two. How about the Jets under Joe Walton? Since 1986, well, in December, they're 1-8. How about Bill Parcells? Been some Gatorade showers. They are 8-1. Those are the records for the respective teams in December since that man and Bill Parcells took over as the head coaches. Second down and 6. Power sweep. Morris, first down at the 37-yard line. As the final 20 seconds of the first quarter evaporate.
Morris is one of the few backs that can get outside and does get outside. You'll see all the great backs. Even O.J. Simpson, when he got his yardage, it was primarily off right tackle and then cutting back. But notice Carthon leading the way out wide with Morris and allow him to get on the perimeter and run with the football wide.
Joe Morris has 39 first quarter yards, but the Jets own the scoreboard. It's the Jets 10. And the Giants nothing at the end. Weather anomalies right now. We've got sunshine and snow flurries. And just to give you an idea of how crazy the wind can get here at Giant Stadium, the snowflakes are going down and then being blown back up and out of the stadium. It's referred to as a flurry. Vern Lundquist, Terry Bradshaw. Giants trail the Jets 10-0. Joe Morris, big hole. Jet 42, a 20-yard gain. Morris's longest run of the year is only 27, an indication of the kind of running problems they've had this year. And that is only the 3rd run all season, Terry, of 20 yards or more for the Giants.
Well, I got to believe Bill Parcells had a little saying to his offensive folks. He said, let's get away from this passing and get back to the running game because that's what we're doing best.
First and 10, they'll run it again. Oates at center, and Eric Moore at right guard got the holes then. Rich Miano with a tackle.
Sims waving, hurry up, give me a play. Now we can get ready to watch the blitz by the Jets. They have not blitzed their linebackers, and now the Giants have been able to blow them off the ball and run successfully. So now to counter that, look for Carson to come back and blitz his linebackers to stop the run.
Second down and 2. Morris to the 30. Kevin MacArthur, number 57, makes the tackle. Interesting, Bud Carson said, we will use a lot of run blitz today. And Bill Parcells, when we asked him what he expected, he says, we think they're going to run blitzes.
It's like they had someone in each other's camp, but they know each other so well. And when we were in Carson's office the other day, he had film, he had tape. Some of it was even film as far as 3 years back on these Giants.
First and 10 Giants. High formation. Carthon leads Morris around the right side, and Mercereau catches him from behind. The second-year man out of Southern Connecticut, Scott Mercereau, number 94.
Hey, Mercereau has really come on strong. Got him a sack last week, and he's a nose tackle that has really become an impact player at nose tackle. And if we see today that Bart Oates is having trouble handling Mercereau by himself, then we expect Ard to possibly more to start doubling the nose tackle, and then that'll help the Jet defense free up one of their linebackers.
George Adams in the backfield now for the Giants on 2nd and 8. That's Adams in motion left. Sims back, pumps, he'll run. First down at the 17 before Paul Fraze caught him from behind. And that's a gain of 13.
One of the keys to running up the middle for a quarterback is the nose tackle. If the nose tackle goes this way, then there's the gap right here. This is what happened. Mercereau takes himself completely out of the picture, allowing the lane for Sims.
Back to live action. Deep handoff to Morris, left side. Marty Lyons, number 93, makes the tackle. Morris already with 12 carries for 75 yards. The number of carries for Joe Morris has increased dramatically as the cold weather has come on, and that's something that is by design. Bill Parcells' concept that you need to run to win in the Northeast.
And you practice it. And the thing that's amazing is that Sims is out throwing the football. They have not practiced throwing the football as much as they have the running game.
2nd and 7, 10-0, Jets lead. Play fake. Rush on, and they've got him for the second time. The whistle had blown. Marty Lyons, who said, I know I didn't play well a year ago. And he said he went down to Alabama, his alma mater, and spent 6 months working with Rich Wingo, and it really helped his attitude.
Well, one of the problems is Sims is in play action. When you're in play action, you have a hard time picking up the blitzing linebackers. Lyons is not a linebacker, but he is to the blind side of Sims, and he was on him before he could make an adjustment.
A career high of 7.5 sacks and 2 this afternoon. 3rd and 19. With 10:50 to go in the first half. Ingram starts in motion. Sims throws it away. And it will be called in the grasp. Ken Rose, number 92. And that is his first sack of the year.
No one is open. This is a very complicated coverage scheme Carson uses. You don't know whether they're going to go in and out on the receivers, long and short, press and trail. You have no idea. But that time, the Giants, with their deep crossing patterns, took too long. Sims had no one open. All of a sudden, Rose has him for the sack.
And those back-to-back sacks have made this a 49-yard effort for McFadden. Short.
Hey, do you believe in momentum? Well, I do, and right now the Jets have every bit of it.
For the second time in the first half, Paul McFadden, who had missed only 3, has missed here. 10:23 to go first half. Jets lead 10-0. Giants need a win to cinch the division. Thus far in the game, O'Brien 3 of 5 for 70 yards. Paul McFadden has missed 2 field goals, and the Jets have an 11-yard edge in total offense. 10-0. And a first down 10 from the 32. O'Brien deep right side. Caught at the 41. That's Schuler again. Of course, the Giants can still win the division if they lose today and if Philadelphia loses. And the Eagles are playing down at Texas Stadium. Luis Zendejas of the Eagles has just kicked a 37-yard field goal. Dallas still leads it 7-3.
One thing we're going to see a lot of, if in fact the Jets and O'Brien want to throw the football, one of the things to look for is this. They will not take any 7-step drops, no deep routes. They will do all their deep throwing from 5 steps, and obviously the reason is to set shallow, form a nice pocket by the lineman, but allow O'Brien the time to get rid of the football quickly, mainly because of the presence of Lawrence Taylor.
First down on the last pass, caught by Shuler. He lines up in the wing to the left side. Giants look like they're blitzing, and here they come on the run. And Vick bounces to the outside and is caught and driven back in a posse headed by Lawrence Taylor, and Terry Kennard was down in the middle of that as well, number 43. Jets come in 7-7-1 for the year, but the second quarter has been kind to the Jets this year. More than a 2-1 edge in scoring in this quarter. McNeil and Hector in the backfield now on 2nd down and 7. Jets lead the Giants by 10. 9:08 to go, first half. Blitz again. O'Brien, good protection deep for Walker. Walker has it behind Kenny Hill, 1st and goal. A 49-yard gain, the 3rd huge pass completed by O'Brien, and the 2nd big play caught by Walker.
Notice the set, notice the blitz by Pepper Johnson and Lawrence Taylor, but O'Brien is only 5 yards deep, and one of the routes they want to get Walker on is the deep corner. They believe their receivers can beat these Giant safeties on corner routes, going into the post and back out to the corner of the end zone. That's exactly what Walker did. Fine job by O'Brien of staying in there shallow and getting the ball downfield.
And Kenny O'Brien, shoulder injury and all, is having a big first half. Timeout. O'Brien is 5 of 7 for 129 yards. Wesley Walker has caught 2 for 87. Battle of Gotham this afternoon from Giant Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. And the Jets have had the better of it thus far. Vern Lundquist, Terry Bradshaw, the Jets leading 10-0 with just over 8 minutes to go first half. And they have a 1st and goal from the 6. Jim Sweeney, the center, up over the nose guard, Eric Howard. Toss to the right. McNeil tripped and dropped for no gain. Eric Dorsey, the 3rd-year man from Notre Dame, number 77, made the defensive play.
A new formation by the Jets, taking Hector and taking him out wide as a flanker, putting both wide receivers to the left, one back and a tight end. The reason, there's Hector coming inside on a block on Banks. The reason for the many multiple formations the Jets use is they believe that all the formations will make the Giants stop, look, think, and then react. And at that thinking and reacting, they believe gives them the edge.
Shuler goes over to confront Lawrence Taylor on the left side. Now Taylor switches and comes back to the opposite side. And after all of that, the handoff up the middle to Vick. And he's down to the 2. Interesting. Shuler goes left. Taylor sees him, goes to the opposite side.
What the Jets wanted to do was take Shuler from the right side, set him down, pick him up, and then move him and put him over Taylor. They don't believe Taylor reacts well when he has a man over him. And then they did not expect Taylor to switch and go back to the weak side. And that's exactly what Taylor did. So the idea of flopping the tight end to get him over Taylor backfired.
3rd and goal from the 2. And the Giants put in their goal line defense, which means the presence of 2 men who will retire today, Harry Carson and George Martin. They're on the field right now. Johnny Hector hit by Pepper Johnson. 4th down. And a very impressive goal line stand by the Giants.
Well, if there's any such thing as some type of victory here, if the Giants can escape by only giving up a field goal, they've got to be pleased. That's an outstanding effort. Bad call, I thought. If there's ever a time to go play action, it's when the Giants are all bunched in there tight. Do your little play action and then get outside with O'Brien and have option routes. That time the Jets just ran off tackle. Nothing there.
Leahy from 20 yards out. First time this year he's kicked one from less than 21. for 2 for the day. But the Giants do thwart the Jets and hold them to 3. 5:58 to go in the half. It's 13-zip.
I want you to take a look. This is Marion Campbell I'm circling, and this
Marion Barber.
Marion Barber, thank you. I want to. He will go in motion, and Pepper Johnson follows him. Then Pepper comes back when Campbell comes back, and then Marion Barber is supposed to block Pepper Johnson. He does not, opening up a huge hole for Pepper Johnson to come in and make the stop.
Catch is made. The tackle made almost simultaneously at the 19. Carl Howard makes the stop. Philadelphia, Dallas, key game. Let's go back to Brent Musburger.
Vern, it is 2nd and goal for the Philadelphia Eagles after a 10-yard holding call. Randall Cunningham, he's got Keith Jackson, touchdown. And now the Eagles lead the Cowboys for the first time today. It's 10-7. Let's go back to Vern.
All right, Brent, and of course, if the Giants lose today and the Eagles win the division by virtue of having swept the series over New York. Play fake on first down. Sims back. Settles. Almost picked off by Marty Lyons. What a big game he's having in the first half.
Oh, this can get frustrating even for a veteran like Sims when you have had very little good things happen to you. In a big game like this, all of a sudden your confidence level starts to go down. A little play action. Sims trying to get the ball over the line of scrimmage to Joe Morris, and then Marty Lyons coming in there, doggone near intercepted the pass.
Marty Lyons with 2 sacks and a knockdown. And it's 2nd down and 10. 5:44 to go, first half. Sims only 3 of 8 for 32 yards. Blitz. Sims out of it. And runs out of bounds with a moderate gain at the 20. Carl Howard had come on the blitz and was right in Phil Sims' face.
So many times you'll hear us talk about there are 2 areas on the field you like to blitz. Once going in to score, and then once when teams are backed up. The Giants are backed up, and now the Jets would like nothing better to really back them up. Howard, 28, with the safety blitz, misses Sims, and then finally is forced out of bounds.
Carl Howard, now in his 5th year, stays on the field. 3rd down and 10.
And now you got to start thinking blitz here. They're going to blitz me there. And it really becomes a problem for a quarterback having to worry all the time about blitzes.
Sims has been sacked twice. Stunts instead of a blitz. Sims across the middle. What a hit. And that is short of the first down at the 29. Mark Ingram made the grab, but he was popped. And now a discussion as Carl Howard looks on. Was it a catch?
Ingram, 82, would just run straight across the middle. Fine throw by Sims. One of the routes they wanted to run on these guys was crossing route.
Rule completed pass. 4th down.
The ball is actually on Ingram's shoulder pads, and he holds on to it. His body's on the ground. He's down, and while he's rolling, eventually the ball touches the turf, but he has the catch.
JoJo Townsell back to return the punt. They whistled it dead prior to Buford's kick.
The play is being reviewed. All right.
You know, it really doesn't matter how you hold the football, if you hold it on the tip or in the middle, but as long as you...
Complete. 4th down.
Okay, as long as you have control of it, and this is what they're looking for. You look again. Ingram, 82, makes the catch, is hit, goes down on the ground. The ball sits on his shoulder pad. His elbow is down, and he has control of the football at the completion.
Now Buford on to punt. JoJo Townsell at the 25. Great punt. Fair catch, Townsell at the 16-yard line. That's a 54-yard punt and nothing on the return. Great day of sports action on Christmas Day, beginning with a CBS Sports Sunday Special Edition Winterfest, a celebration of winter sports. Coverage includes World Cup skiing and the World Junior Figure Skating Championships from Europe. Then it's the NBA on CBS, as the world champion Lakers take on the Utah Jazz. Christmas Day, beginning at 2 o'clock Eastern Time. 4:45 to go first half. 13-0. Jets lead. O'Brien into the flat for Vick. And out of bounds at the 24-yard line. Pepper Johnson forced him there.
That's a pass that I'm going to bring up again later on this telecast. That pass out into the flat to Victor is a screen, but it's primarily is designed to throw the ball deep into the corner to the wide receiver. If the linebackers drop deep, they throw the screen. That's what happened that time, and O'Brien hits Victor out there for a little screen. If the linebackers come up, then we can look for the deep corner route again to the wideouts.
2nd down and 3. Deep left side for Toon. Incomplete, as he had split Terry Kennard and Wayne Haddix. You know, the weather might have been much worse than it is. We're in the upper 20s. They expected a lot of snow, wind gusts, and yet I would think, Terry, it's a little difficult to grip the ball in weather like this.
Well, this weather is not so bad. If the wind was blowing a little more, Vern, I would say yes. But right now, this weather's not so bad. Now, in the second half, it can get very bad. It can change, and I expect it to get much colder and the wind to pick up. And if these Jets can drive down and get another touchdown, they are really going to be in the driver's seat because the Giants will be forced to throw.
3rd and 3. O'Brien across the middle, caught. First down at the 30. Mickey Schuler again. That's his 3rd catch. 11th year from Penn State. Said the one thing he really liked about his selection to the Pro Bowl is that in his mind, people were voting for his consistency as a performer. Came to him late in his career twice, and he thought they were rewarding the duration of his career. Walker in motion. 1st and 10. McNeil to the 34-yard line. And that clock now down to 3:45 to go first half.
Critical series here for the Jets, even in this quarter. And I go back to that passing thing again with the cold weather, Vern. Very hard in this stadium when it gets cold and the wind picks up for a team to come in and throw the football. And if the Giants should find themselves down 20-0, boy, they've got to, I mean, they're uphill all the way in the second half, especially if the conditions worsen.
2nd and 8. Taylor looks like he might be coming. He is. O'Brien goes to the opposite side, and it's dropped. Johnny Hector had visions of Wayne Haddix.
Well, that's what you want. You want a running back out in the flat, wide open, single covered, because obviously they feel like their cornerbacks can cover a running back out there. And then that time all that happened was Hector turned around and ran with the football, but he forgot to catch it.
Jets are 2 of 4 on their 3rd down conversions, and they have a 3rd and 8 now. Walker comes wide to the right side. Again, the Giants playing with Perry Williams in the locker room, a pinched nerve in his neck. Early motion from Criswell, no flags. Yes, there is one now. O'Brien lets it go, and it's caught by Schuler short of the first down. Now, was that a dead ball foul? It might have been. No. Taylor says take the play.
Illegal motion. Number 61 offense. Penalty declined. 4th down.
So the Giants will get it back with just under 3 minutes left. They have missed 2 field goals in the first half. Joe Prokop. He is on the punt for the first time. And the Giants call timeout. A 42nd timeout. They used one of their 3. More college football for you next weekend. On Saturday, CBS Sports travels to El Paso, for the 53rd annual Sun Bowl as the 20th ranked Alabama Crimson Tide battle the Cadets from Army. That's next Saturday on CBS Sports, starting at noon Eastern time. They're going to split us up for a week.
Dad, you're going to be in El Paso
with Pat Hayden. Yep.
Well, hey,
you're going to be home in Dallas with your feet propped up, right?
You bet. Watching Army, Alabama.
You better watch. You better not be playing golf.
No. You know, I take notes whenever I know you're on the air.
Even during.
You're my hero, of course.
2:58 to go in the first half. And there's McConkey. Said the wind swirls in this facility like nowhere else in the world. Obviously, he didn't play too many games in Shea Stadium. Prokop almost blocked. Tom Flynn got there. Fair catch. McConkey that's the 25th fair catch for him this year. He has made fair catches of almost a third of every punt that he's fielded. 37-yard punt on that one. Giants opened the ball game with an impressive drive and then missed a field goal. And they've had one more opportunity. They had 14 plays in the first drive, but McFadden missed. Then 3 plays and a punt, another 10-play drive with a missed field goal, and then 3 plays and a punt. So if that pattern is to be followed, they could string together 10, 11 plays on this drive before the first half ends.
Yeah, with 2 minutes and 50 seconds, O'Byrne, that's going to be hard to do.
Play fake. Sims across the middle. In and out of the hands of Maurice Carthen. On that last possession by the Giants, when Sims was forced to scramble, got a little testy when he went out of bounds and slammed the ball down to the surface. He might be getting a little agitated back there.
Well, frustrated would be a better word. They've been down twice. 2 really nice drives, 2 missed field goals. They cannot run the football. To score now, they've got to throw the football. They've had no success throwing the football.
Again, if the Giants win, they win the division. 4-man rush. Flags are down, 2 of them, and so is Sims. Ken Rose, that's his second sack today. Bud Carson told us on Friday that he thought the Giants' offensive line was suspect.
He thought that he could send his linebacker.
Holding, number 60 offense. Penalty declined, 3rd down.
That's Eric Moore. He thought that his linebackers could out-quick the big tackles. He thought the tackles of the Giants were a little slow of foot, and he could use his quick linebackers to get around. Now, let me make something very clear here. This Rose guy is a 3rd-string linebacker. He's not even a 2nd stringer. He's a 3rd stringer, and he has been putting a lot of pressure on Phil Sims.
3rd and 20. Blitz from the outside. Flag is down, so Sims.
Bobby Humphrey coming off of the slot, a delayed corner blitz.
Holding, 76 offense. Penalty declined, 4th down.
That is the 6th first half sack of Phil Sims.
To the left of your screen, 48 will appear. That will be the line. Notice the linebackers, and now Bobby Humphrey, 48 the corner. A delayed blitz by the corner.
And a punting circumstance on 4th and 28. JoJo Townsell waits for Buford's punt. Again, if the Giants lose and the Eagles win, the Giants will have to back in as a wild card, and they'll need some help. 2-minute warning. Jets lead by 13. 2 minutes remaining first half. Jets lead the Giants 13-0. And that is a concerned Giant bench. Trailing by 13, and the Jets about to get another scoring opportunity. 4th down and 28. Townsell waits at his own 40-yard line. Buford back in the end zone. Line drive. Goes by Townsell. we're going to have an illegal block in the back against the Jets as Neil Gugamos was hit from behind. A 66-yard punt and about 35 on the roll. George Adams finally with the tackle. And somebody forgot what sport they're playing here.
Yeah, that was one of the all-time ugly kicks. That football didn't get 10 feet off the ground, hit, and then...
Illegal block from behind, number 40, receiving team during the return. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down.
That was a 66-yard punt for Buford. By 10 yards, his longest of the year. And it's probably the one he would least like to talk about.
You know, I held the state record for punting in Louisiana high school. I think I might still hold it. But they had one of those hurricanes come into town, and I kicked from about my 5-yard line and knocked it into the end zone.
95-yard punt?
That's right. It went about 8 yards in the air, and then every bounce was about 30 yards.
1:46 to go first half. And now the Jets are 90 yards away when they thought they might be at midfield. Here's Walker deep. And Sheldon White with good coverage. Pass held up a little bit.
Yeah, one of the things that O'Brien was concerned about is that as the game progresses, his shoulder gets tired. Not necessarily the pain, but the throwing arm gets tired, and therefore he loses some of the steam on the football, and Ryan can play. So if we see O'Brien start to underthrow his receivers, then we'll look for him to hit the bench, and then out comes Ryan.
Kenny O'Brien said he had no real idea what would happen, particularly in the second half of this game, as his shoulders started to throb, and he said it probably will do that. 2nd and 10. McNeil, nope, Hector. And he's out to the 12. Phil Simms, the Giant quarterback, has been sacked 6 times in the first half. Giant quarterbacks, all 3 had been sacked a total of 52 times. Coming up, it's 58 now. Jets have sacked Phil Simms 6 times in the first half. The Giants have not gotten to Ken O'Brien yet. How many times has Simms been hit? 11. O'Brien has been touched only 4 times. 3rd and 8. Johnny Hector. That'll be close for the first down. See where the spot is at the 20. And he might come up just short. Sheldon White made the tackle.
Boy, did Hector do a beautiful job of setting up the block for his tackle that was pulling Criswell, dipping inside, froze the secondary, and then got the block by Criswell, allowing that time Hector to get outside, but a great job of dipping and then going back out.
That brings on Joe Prokop on 4th and 1, 1:30 to go, and Phil McConkey back, waits at the 40. McConkey said he never looks at the flags here to see which way the wind is blowing. He doesn't trust any of them. Short. McConkey fields it at the 50. And the Giants have 1:21 to go in the first half as K.B. Dunn makes the tackle. And they have 1 timeout left. 38-yard punt, 7 on the return. Coming up at halftime, Brent, Irv, and Dick with all the scores and highlights. And a look back at some of the plays of the year, from the unforgettable to the unbelievable. That's 81 seconds away. Simms 4 of 10 for only 41 yards. Deep right side, triple coverage, incidental contact, no flag. Bavaro argues his case. First man Bavaro has talked to in 3 weeks.
Down the middle, Bavaro, lower left of your screen, running 28 just stride for stride. That's Howard. And then the collision comes over top that time from 36. Miano, the strong safety, and that's where Bavaro started hollering about pass interference.
2nd down and 10. Simms will run. And he got out of bounds with the first down at the 33. Bobby Humphrey forced him there. That's a gain of 17. And the second time that Sims has had to scramble for first down.
When you go into man coverage, which is what the Jets are doing, there's no one man that is covering the quarterback. So therefore, when the quarterback starts running with the football, there's no one that's responsible for him. That's why quarterbacks like Randall Cunningham run for so much yardage. Sims is doing that now, and by his scrambling, he will force the Jets to jump into zone if he continues to run with the ball.
1:08 to go first half. 13-0 Jets lead. Four-man rush. Sims, man open. Lyle Emanuel, his first catch of the day, and that's at the 26. Bobby Humphrey makes the tackle, and the Giants have one timeout left. They will not use it now. There's Manuel peering in as Sims calls the play. Clock at 48 seconds. Handoff, George Adams. Nice call. Mixed it up, first down at the 16. And now the Giants use their final timeout.
Was smart play calling and smart audible way to use the audible by a quarterback. Realized he needed to get the first down, knew he had a timeout left, got the audible in there. And one of the things that you'll see Sims do that a lot of quarterbacks don't do, matter of fact, I don't know if any that do this, he will make up run audibles in the huddle. He will say, look, if I go ride 38, that's ride 38. Well, we don't have it, I know, but I'm telling you, it's ride 38. If I go 35, well, that's 35 wham. Okay, everybody got that. He will actually make up run audibles in the huddle, and then he'll go to Ron Earhart, his offensive coordinator, and say, look, I'm doing this and I'm doing that. I'm making these audibles up. And he says, hey, fine, whatever you want to do, but that's Sims for you.
Terry, I'm just struck by one of those small little instances on which this game might hinge. It was 13-0. The Giants were in their end zone with a 4th and 28. They get a horrid kick that goes 66 yards and a penalty. They hold defensively, get the ball back at midfield. Now they have a chance to score. That 66-yard punt might turn out to be really significant. That catch made by Valaro at the 5. No timeouts left, 30 seconds to go.
Plenty of time for Sims to set his offense. If he wants to kill the clock, just take the snap and throw it down.
No.
There's no route call.
And that stops the clock with 17 seconds
There
to go.
was no route called. Sims dropped back. He had a basic pass call, a pass blocking scheme, but no routes were run by any of the receivers. They thought that he was going to take the ball and throw it to the ground and kill the clock, which is what I would have done. It makes no difference now. They cannot get a first down. They got 4 downs to get it in the end zone. Kill one, throw it away, set up, go in the huddle, and then call a play.
Maybe his receivers thought he was calling a run audible.
Well, no, I don't think so. I don't think so at all.
2nd and goal. Sims, incomplete. Lionel Manuel with John Booty defending.
The routes the Giants want to run against the Jets is inside routes. The thing that the Giants have in their receivers is outstanding route runners. But what the Jets are doing is taking two defenders and going in and out, putting one on the outside shoulder and one on the inside shoulder. And now it's very hard to go inside and outside. But the way to throw the football down here against Bud Carson is to throw hooks.
3rd and goal. Caught! Touchdown! Stephen Baker. When they start writing about this one, remember that 66-yard punt. McFadden's extra point is good. Watch Baker run the hook.
Sims checks blitz to his right, sets up now, turns to his left. Baker, 85, comes into your frame. And what did he run? He ran a hook. I'm telling you, that's how you do it when they go in and out. It'll be to the right of your screen. Notice Sims peeks to the left, to his right for blitz control. Now turns around and Baker comes inside on a hook. And we're talking leaders. And if you want to watch a guy that loves to win, that hates to lose, there he is right there. You got to like that.
19th touchdown toss of the year for Phil Sims. And Baker gets his 6th TD grab. And with 2 minutes to go in the first half, the Jets were leading 13-0 and appeared to be on the verge of getting the ball near midfield.
That's right. If they could have scored on that one drive, they would have had a 20-0 lead, which would have forced these Giants in the second half, Vern, to have to play catch-up, and you would do that throwing the football.
10 seconds to go in this half. And McFadden will kick it deep to either Bobby Humphrey or JoJo Townsell. Squib kick. Nu'upaola. And he is cut down by George Adams at the 29-yard line. 6 seconds to go in the first half.
Well, Nu'upaola almost tripped, and had he tripped and fallen down, the Giants would have been right there to recover that ball.
Again, the Giants, if they win the division, regardless of what the Eagles do. If the Giants lose and the Eagles win in Dallas, then Bill Parcells' team can only get in as a wild card. So how big was the touchdown just before halftime? That's the end of the first half with our score. The New York Jets 13 and the New York Giants 7. How many quarterbacks use the glove?
McMahon uses it, Sims uses it, and after that, I don't know.
Steve DeBerg, I know with Kansas City, came in here and had a talk with Phil Sims last week about it and almost tried it, then chickened out at the last minute.
Well, he ended up wearing the glove on his left hand. He warmed up with it, really liked it, but was scared to use it during the game.
We're underway with the second half. Jets get the ball at the 20. Townsell with a blocker in front. That's Bobby Humphrey, and he is all the way out to the 43-yard line before Tom Flynn makes the tackle. Check the quarterback, Sims and O'Brien, in the first half of play. After that 23-yard return, Sims 7 of 16, O'Brien 8 of 13. Total yards for Phil Sims 66, but sacked 6 times. O'Brien with 2 long passes to Wesley Walker and 1 to Al Toon, a total of 145 yards.
Now all of O'Brien's completions have been to the deep outside. So let's see if that's what they do here in the second half.
Double tight end set to open quarter number 3. Handoff. Freeman McNeil caught and dropped at the line. Jim Burt, who is playing on a badly injured ankle. He twisted the ankle in the next to last play of practice on Thursday.
One of the problems that's going to hurt the Jet running game if they want to go to 2 tight ends is the fact that Billy Griggs is injured. He's not starting, and Dunn, K.D. Dunn, number 80, is the other tight end, hasn't played that much, and therefore they don't know whether or not he can block, and especially whether or not he can handle Lawrence Taylor.
Second down and 9. Burt lines up opposite Jim Sweeney. There's Taylor. Left side. Here comes Taylor. There goes O'Brien and overthrows it. Intended for Johnny Hector. How well did Ken O'Brien do in the first half? Throwing despite the shoulder injury. Passes under 10 yards, 4 of 5 for 17. The 10 to 20 yards, he was 2 of 3 for 18 yards. 1 of 1 in between the 20 and 30-yard lines, and he did go deep. 1 of 1 for 37 yards. And then he had one pass of 49 yards.
Hey, anytime you look at this, he's 100% on everything over 25 yards. That is really remarkable. 3rd and 9.
George Martin in the lineup now with Eric Howard. Blitz. Flynn was coming. McNeil is caught short of the first down by Pepper Johnson. The Giants hold on the first series and get the ball back. And And we'll see if the emotion with which they went into the locker room at halftime carries over offensively in the first series.
Well, that touchdown, that Baker catch, I think ignited this football team and made them aware of what they are. Hey, we win this football game, we win our division. Now, come on, we're going to sit around here. Believe it or not, I know a lot of these guys are making $1 million a year, but you have to play football with emotion.
McConkey back at the 11. Prokop to punt on 4th and 5.
Nice pitch.
It is indeed. McConkey fumbles. Scramble for the ball. It's still loose. Touchdown, Kurt Sohn. Or will it be down at the 5? And there is also a flag on the play. Back at the 36. Kurt Sohn, who has announced this is his last game. He's 31 years old.
Marty Lyons was giving a holding call against the Giants. That was what Marty Lyons would do. I'm not going to believe a player in this situation. I'm going to wait for the ref.
Gordon McCarter talking with Dick Creed, the side judge.
Possession foul to the receiving team. Penalty declined. First down. Goal to goal.
Can't advance a muff.
Can't advance a muff. Bill Parcells, when evaluating these Jets, comparing him to his team, said that they are far superior in the special teams play.
That wasn't a muff. That was a catch and a fumble.
That was a fumble, and you can't advance a fumble, and Kurt Sohn should have a touchdown. I agree with you, Vern. That was a fumble.
A muff, of course, is when there is no possession by the receiver. And in that case, I think they might be looking at this again. They are indeed.
Oh, I think they have to.
The rule says you can't advance a muff, but that was a fumble and a recovery by the Jets. Here is Phil McConkey. Now, did he have possession or did he muff it? That's no muff.
That's possession. Now, there is the fumble. That's a controlled ball. Now that's a fumble, and you can't advance a fumble. See, all they're looking for is control of the football. And it appears McConkey has control of the football, and then when he cuts back, the ball slips out of his hands. Therefore, that's a fumble.
Replay official today is Chuck Heberling. Jets will have it. It's just a matter of whether or not they've got it at the 7 or a touchdown.
Wind plays such an important part in kicking, not so much for the kickers, but for those that are catching them. That ball that was punted that time came down backwards and was fluttering, and very much like a knuckleball coming down, very hard to catch it, and then compound the knuckleball with the wind, and I don't see how in the world McConkey caught the ball in the first place. I believe they're going to give him a touchdown, Vern.
Let's look one more time. From the end zone view, here's McConkey. Makes the catch, starts the run.
After further review, determined the whistle blew after the kicking team regained possession. It is first down, goal to goal right here.
Oh, there's the whistle.
30 seconds on the clock.
I love the whistle. The whistle always saves these guys.
There's the whistle.
If there's a whistle, I'm whistling Dixie right now. How in the world can you hear a whistle with all this action going on? Bad call. I'm sorry. Bad call.
First and goal at the 6. Split backs. After the fumble recovery, here's McNeil. Surging right. Touchdown. That makes it academic. And increases Bill Parcells' problems. McConkey, among the most reliable of punt returners in the league, fumbles the ball. Sohn recovers. McNeil scores. And Leahy has the extra point. Limp through after it was deflected. It just might be a Jet day. Freeman McNeil with the touchdown.
To your left, pulling left guard Mike Haight. A wham block by the wingback, and all McNeil does is get in behind Haight. The left guard that pulled follows him into the end zone.
UCLA, Arkansas, the Cotton.
We are just across the Hudson River in New Jersey from downtown Manhattan, the skyline of which you see in the background. 20-7, the Jets lead by 13 once again with 1:59 gone in this quarter. Wayne Haddix grabs it at the 4. And he is down at the 20. Of course, the Giants keeping their eyes not only on this one, but what's happening in Dallas, where the Philadelphia Eagles are playing the Cowboys. Here's Brent Musburger.
Well, Vern, the Giants are going to have to do it themselves. They cannot rely on the Dallas Cowboys. Randall Cunningham lobs one. Mike Quick's got it for a touchdown. It's a 10-point Eagle lead. Third quarter now, so pressure on the Giants. Back to Vern.
All right, Brent, and of course, if the Eagles win and the Giants lose, Philadelphia wins the NFC East. And Nuhu Fa'aola, special teams star of the New York Jets, is down on the ground at the 20-yard line. Running back from Hawaii. And in the background, you heard the Jet fans who are here among the 76,000 respond to the public address announcement of the Eagle-Dallas score. This is Fa'aola, who was injured earlier this season on a kickoff. That time it was a neck injury. This one apparently a leg injury, and he will receive assistance as he goes to the sideline. New Orleans now leads by only 1, and they need help. And Houston over Cleveland. Houston already a wild card team, but they can knock Cleveland out of the picture today. 16-7. And Buffalo leads Indianapolis. Fascinating how many combinations still exist for playoff berths. One of them here. 20-7. Joe Morris hit by Kyle Clifton at the 24. And Phil Simms looks over at the signals being wagged in from the 35-yard line.
You know, Bud Carson runs a 3-4 defense, and talking to him, he told us the other day that if he had his way, he would like to go back to the 4 down linemen and 3 linebackers. Go back to the 4-3.
Said that's evolving, and a lot of teams are going back to it now. Second down. Morris goes left. It'll be third down. Mercereau up on top, number 94. And Kevin MacArthur, number 57, was the first man to make contact.
You know, that 4-3, you got to have a great middle linebacker. And in the 3-4, you have 4 linebackers, and you have the pursuit. These guys are big coming out of college. They're more geared toward a 3-4, playing the odd man fronts in college. So it's very hard to get a specialized end out of college now to rush the passer. Most of your rushers out of college are coming to the pro ball, turn into linebackers.
3rd and 4. Blitz threatened. They're coming. Miano, the safety, going deep for Manuel. Incomplete. He was covered well by John Booty. 4th down.
And that wind blew that football out of Manuel's hands. Simms unloaded that football and had it to the outside, and the longer the pass went, the further to the inside it came. Notice that Manuel is going back to the inside to catch the pass, but when Simms turned it loose, it was to the outside.
The punt by Buford high. Townsell at the 34. Circles back and is knocked backwards at the 30-yard line. Tom Flynn with a tackle. Jets lead it 20-7, 11:21 to go, third quarter. Giants Stadium, East Rutherford, New Jersey, where the New York Jets, the home team today, lead the Giants by a count of 20-7, and the moon has come out. We've got 11:21 to go, third quarter of play. If the Giants can come back and win, they win the division. If they lose and the Eagles win, they have to get in as a wild card, and they need some help. Pressure coming on O'Brien. Goes deep. Bobbled and dropped. Wayne Haddix had it. Intended for Toon.
That ball came downfield sideways. Little play action, not much of a play action, really fooled no one. And then O'Brien throwing off balance, threw the ball in there. One of the things O'Brien wanted to do in this game was to not direct his passing attack at the Giant corners. He felt that they could throw on the Giant safeties deep.
And he's done that 3 times. 2nd down and 10 now. Handoff. McNeil had it driven down. It'll be 3rd down. Gary Reasons, number 55, made the tackle.
So many changes in the offensive lineup, and one of them is Jim Sweeney at center, number 53. He started and played at left tackle for many years and just was moved to center this year. And one of the reasons is he loves Mike Webster. He said, I admire him, I watch him, I have my picture taken with him, I have it framed. The only difference between me and Webster is that Webster puts the nose tackle on his back and helps him up. Me, I don't help him up.
He was going against Jim Byrd. He's not now. It's Eric Howard. Here's O'Brien back. That was forward motion. And an incomplete pass. Gordon McCarter immediately ruled that O'Brien was throwing the ball. And Lawrence Taylor got there. It'll be 4th down.
Taylor will come around to the outside. Notice Criswell turns him loose, and the guard, Haight, has to pick up Taylor. That time the tackle down inside, a stunt, and now Haight has to pick up the outside rusher, which was Taylor. He wasn't quick enough. Taylor almost got the sack.
Joe Prokop for the 4th time. And McConkey, who fumbled the last one, waits at the 23. And the winds swirl. Fine punt. But McConkey with a chance for the return. Not for much. Marion Barber was downfield to make the tackle. And Bavaro gets into a conversation for the 2nd time this month.
There's something new.
Heard of the Big Brothers Association. Watch Mark Bavaro, one of the charter members, on that last play.
Right, McConkey down, Katie Dunn 80. He gives him a little shot there. Take that, little guy. And then McConkey wants to give it to him, but says, no, you're a little bigger, so come on, Big Brother. And Big Brother is Bavaro. And he'll take on 2 of them. That's Zordich, 38, a backup safety. Whatever it takes. As a head coach, I tell my players, whatever it takes for you to get motivated in this game. You got to fight, go ahead.
3 wide receivers set for the Giants. They trailed by 13. Rush. Sims deep across the middle for Bavaro, incomplete. Bill Sims, 7 of 18 now for only 66 yards.
Bavaro, he's got a bad toe, he's got a cracked toe, he's got a bad thigh, he's got a bad thumb, he's just bad all over physically. And one of the problems is that he can run straight away, Vern, but he doesn't have the mobility to shuffle and set defensive backs up and cut against them.
Offense. 10-yard penalty. Repeat, 1st down.
That was an ineligible receiver downfield. And so it'll be 1st and 20. Doug Riesenberg, number 72, was the guilty man. So Sims looks over. There's Riesenberg, the 2nd-year man out of California. Very young offensive line of the Giants. And they yielded 6 sacks in the 1st half.
Well, if you start with John Elliott, a rookie at left tackle, and Eric Moore, a rookie at right guard, and then Riesenberg is a 1st-year man. So that is awfully young offensive line.
1st and 20. Draw play, Joe Morris. Nothing in the middle. He goes left, and there's not much there. Marty Lyons makes the tackle. Giants, of course, just to be reiterative, can win the division if they win here. or if the Eagles lose. But right now, the Giants are losing and the Eagles are winning. So if the Giants lose and the Eagles win and the Rams lose, the Giants have a wild card, and they can also be eliminated with a loss today. Second down and 18. Down the middle for Bavaro. First down at the 36. And Bavaro is playing with some degree of angry.
It's a mismatch. He's got a linebacker. Ken Rose, 92, has Bavaro. Notice Bavaro pushes with the right arm, pushes with the left arm, and now in the trailing position is the linebacker. Actually, that's good coverage, but Sims, smart as he is, throws the ball back to the middle, leads Bavaro inside for the completion.
Gain of 19. Play fake. And a handoff instead to Joe Morris. He's out to the 40-yard line. Clock shows 8:59 to go, third quarter. If you joined us late, the Jets jumped off to a 10-0 lead. The Giants scored just before halftime to make it 13-7 at the half, as the Jets actually led by 13. And then early in this quarter, Joe McConkey fumbled. Kurt Sohn recovered. McNeil scored from 6. And it's 20-7 Jets. Second and 5. Fumble. Giants get it back. Riesenberg recovers.
This Jet defense is a gambling-type defense. Not that big. Really haven't been that good. Let's just say it like it is. Have no one that can rush the passer. Marty Lyons is probably that. And, of course, the outside man, they thought that Gordon would be their pass rusher, but it's turned out to be MacArthur. But it's a real scrappy defense with a lot of fronts and a lot of blitzing by their linebackers.
Third and 5. And Phil Sims changes the play. Caught close to the first down. Where is the spot? Ingram makes the grab, and he does so at the 46-yard line.
That would tell me something, because as a veteran quarterback, Sim knows that when he goes 4 wide receivers, the man that's getting single coverage is Ingram. They don't respect Ingram like they do the others.
Officially call it the 47.
Man, I'd spread them out. I'd go 4 wide receivers right now, and I'd throw that baby all the way down the field. Now that I have a fix on what they're doing, I'd have myself a grand old time.
Won't be a 4 wide receiver set on first down. See if Sims is throwing. Yes. Play action. Ducks under a tackle, and then he's dropped. Troy Benson this time, and that is the 7th sack by the Jet defense today.
Another linebacker blitz. You won't see this that often. Very seldom will you ever see inside linebackers come as often as these Jets. And 54 is Benson. He's a left inside linebacker and straight up the middle. And every time they sell out their linebackers in the middle, what they're telling the Giants is, we think you're going to run the football, and we're blitzing to stop the run.
Second down and 17. Those 7 sacks, a season high by the Jet defense in a single game. Manuel in motion. Sims across the middle, incomplete. Manuel dropped it. And Phil Sims is now 9 of 20 with a 3rd and 17.
As a key for quarterbacks, when a quarterback plays the game, he always wants to know one of 2 things. Is the coverage man coverage? Is the coverage zone coverage? And the key on these Jets is this. If the quarterbacks turn themselves inside at the snap of the ball, then Sims knows it's man. If they turn outside, then Sims knows it's zone. And boy, that is a big key, a big help for a quarterback when it comes to passing the football.
3rd and 17. Blitz. Sims steps up and has to run. And will not get the first down. He's dropped at the Jet 47 by Bobby Humphrey. Flag down. Gordon MacArthur stood there and threw it.
And it looks like he's throwing it on Bart Oates, the center, who evidently gave the ref a little jaw in there. Of course, the way Sims is is talking. It may have been Sims.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, spiking the ball while the clock was running on an inbounds play. The down counts, we go to 4th down.
It was on Phil Sims.
Out of frustration, Sims spikes the football. Notice the right of your screen. Well, we didn't see it there, but Manuel was standing there. He wasn't helping his quarterback. Sims could have helped Manuel by dipping in and then dipping out and picking up the block of the receiver.
Got to tell you, that's a picky call.
That's real picky.
That is a real picky call. JoJo Townsell is deep. Buford. Look at that ball curve. It swirled from right to left. That's a 22-yard punt, and the Jets get it back. Jets lead the Giants 20-7. Jets trying to have a winning record here in 1988 and win in December for the second time since 1985. And of course, for Bill Parcells, a victory today cinches the division. A loss today, coupled with an Eagle win, would mean that the Giants have to wait for the outcome of the Ram 49er game. And if the Rams win that game, the Giants are home for the holidays. First down and 10. Thune looks in. And O'Brien will throw on first down. Looks deep again, and he's sacked for the first time today. Leonard Marshall got through with help from Jim Burt and Carl Banks.
Number 70 on the side was Lawrence Taylor. You can notice that Criswell spent a lot of time trying to help out on Marshall, then picked up Burt on a stunt. Marshall, big, strong guy, gets down inside, and these Giants who are outstanding at sacking the quarterback coming into this game, leading the National Football League in sacks.
Second down and 19. There's Marshall. Side by side with Eric Dorsey and Jim Burt. The handoff, McNeil coming left. Ducks under a tackle and then is stopped by Terry Kennard, number 43. Marshall playing with some emotion.
You can watch Marshall. Watch his hands. Notice he gets inside Criswell, the tackle. He's playing the pressure of the tackle. If the tackle fights down inside with his block, Marshall will fight against it and go to the outside. That time Criswell went inside. Marshall went outside. Almost made a great play.
Third and 14. 20-7. Jets lead.
Flip.
O'Brien, McNeil, incomplete. Fourth down. And O'Brien is getting knocked around a little bit more now than he was.
Well, he's getting knocked around. The sets are the same. Remember, we said that one thing the Jets wanted was O'Brien taking a 5-step drop. Now, there's Taylor to the outside. He's pushed by, but his own man runs into him. The pressure came to the weak side. A safety blitz by Tom Flynn.
Taylor comes out. Prokop is in. And McConkey waits at the 30. Another fine punt. McConkey at the 23. Back to the 34-yard line. Tackle is made by Ken Rose. That's a 48-yard punt. And 11 on the McConkey return. Great day of sports action on Christmas Day, beginning with the CBS Sports Sunday Special Edition Winterfest, a celebration of winter sports. And then it's the NBA on CBS as the Lakers take on the Utah Jazz. That's Christmas Day, beginning at 2 o'clock. First and 10 at the 33. Carthen in motion. Four-man rush by the Jets. Gordon coming from the outside. Morris with the pass to the 39-yard line. Kyle Clifton with the tackle.
Anytime you see a running back for the Giants catch a pass, they are not the primary receiver. They are second or sometimes, most of the time, third receivers. Sims only throws to his backs when no one else is open downfield.
Bud Carson said, we want to make them beat us by throwing to the wideouts. We're going to stop the run. They've done a pretty effective job, but that time Morris does get the first down after the 44. Alex Gordon with the tackle. 3:53 remaining in the ball game.
Can you imagine?
End of third quarter, excuse me.
Can you imagine, Vern, how frustrating it must be for linebackers when they have a back like Morris who stretches you way out to the right? If you go after him, if you commit, then he cuts back on you, and he has the advantage. So you're forced to stay home and stay in your area, and if you do that a lot of times when he cuts back, he still gets 5 or 6 yards.
First and 10, 3:28 to go, third quarter. Sims has to hurry to get rid of it. More pressure from Marty Lyons.
Lyons having a few words with John Elliott. John Elliott, let me explain one thing. One of the mismatches in this game is this man, 93, against this man, 76. Elliott is a rookie, but his natural position is right tackle. He is now playing at left tackle, and it has to change his stance from a right-handed stance to a left-handed stance, and he admits that the hardest thing is picking up the games. I have to sit and wait and watch, and therefore Lyons has the advantage.
Second down and 10. Draw play. Otis Anderson up the middle to the 50, where it will be 3rd and 5 after the Rich Miano tackle.
As complicated as professional football is, when we asked Ron Earhart how many running plays do they have for this game, I sat there with my calculator, and we all were waiting for some superlatives, and we found out, get this, 5. We got 5 running plays. National Football League, they got 5 running plays. At Pittsburgh, we had about 75.
3rd and 4. Giants are 5 of 12 on 3rd down. Sims, he can run and get it. And he stays up and takes the hit from behind. And hands the ball to Gordon McCarter.
Sims sent a message. Sims was sending a message to his team saying, look, I'm not playing quarterback today. I'm playing leader. You guys follow what I'm going to do, but I'm not going down. I'm getting yardage, and if everybody will give this kind of effort, we're going to win this football game. This is frustration. This is leadership. And look at him now. Right now, he would like to go down, but out comes the stiff arm, down, takes on the hit, slides down to the 31.
That is a gain of 17, and Sims has 58 on the ground. Play action on first down. Deep for Bavaro, caught. Great catch. And a wrestling match for the ball. And the Jets claiming they came up with it. But no such claim, no such case. First down, Giants.
Bavaro inside, there's the hold, and now Benson 54. You talk about a mismatch. I don't know how in the world Sims got that ball in there, but he knew that the linebacker, Benson, 54, had his back to him. He could not see where the ball was going, so therefore Sims and Bavaro had the advantage.
First down at the 11. Giants trail by 13. Morris to the 9.
Let's look for a reverse. Let's look for the Giants to run some kind of gadget, a reverse, a flea flicker, anything. They've been running the ball. They've thrown the ball to Bavaro, but he has made 2 outstanding catches in this drive. That time a little run to set up some type of reverse, some type of gadget.
Think so?
Well.
Or no so?
I'm just trying to do my job.
George Adams is in. Morris is out. Play fake. There's a fake reverse, and Baker goes left. Baker's open in the end zone. Caught, touchdown! Flag. There's a flag down.
Holding number 40 on the defense. From the decline, touchdown.
How do you do?
He'll be playing.
You did for a while. Baker gets the touchdown, his second. Watch the fake reverse as Baker comes around behind.
There's the fake pitch to Baker. That's the gadget. Now Sims looking to the right. Whoops. Sims was looking to the right, wanting to throw the ball to the right. He came out, he felt the pressure. Once again, there's the fake, there's the play action, there's the fake on the reverse. And now Sims, notice his eyes are to the right. No one open, no one. Now he feels pressure, comes out, peeks downfield, and look what I found. Hello, baby.
Watch it from the end zone, Terry. The fake pitch.
There's Carthon, fake play action. Baker faked that. Now Sims looking to the right actually drew the safety over. That time Miano followed Sims' eyes. Sims looked to the right. Miano out of position, allowed Baker to get behind him into the corner for the touchdown catch.
Baker's second catch today. A 9-yard reception on the gadget play. And it's 20-14.
There might be a head coaching job somewhere for me.
You'd have to take a pay cut. 20 seconds to go, third quarter.
I could live on 40,000.
And McFadden will kick it off. Bobby Humphrey, JoJo Townsell are deep. It was the holding call on Humphrey that was negated. Again, if the Giants win, they win the division. Squib kick in the win, taken by Barber at the 25. And he's out to the 35-yard line. Next Saturday, CBS Sports travels to El Paso, Texas for the 53rd annual Sun Bowl as the 20th-ranked Alabama Crimson Tide battle the cadets from Army. That's next Saturday on CBS Sports, and it starts at noon Eastern Time. We've got 13 seconds to go, third quarter. Jets first and 10 at the 35-yard line. And the Giants, inspired by Phil Sims, come back and score on a gadget play to Stephen Baker.
Taylor blitzing.
Play fake. O'Brien deep left side for Toon. And again, they go at the safeties deep outside.
That's exactly right. They're bringing one of their backs and tight end out to hold the corner. The Giants are notorious for playing two deep safeties. And what the Jets want to do is attack the safeties.
That's the end of the quarter. May we now pause for a word from your local station. And they're 80 yards away from a touchdown.
Who says Chevy beats Ford? USAC tested Chevy's compact S10 with available Vortec V6 against two full-size Fords with standard 6 and available V8. 0 to 60, towing identical trailers. Chevy S10 beat both full-size Fords. That's pickup power.
And if a compact Chevy S10 with a V6 can out-accelerate a full-size Ford with a V8, imagine what it can do against Ford's little truck.
The heartbeat of America, that's today's Chevy truck.
Here comes tomorrow's front page. Sorry, gorgeous. Just making my editor happy. Table for two. Think we have a story. And what are we serving? Seagram's Extra with the extra splash of fruit. You are cool. Oh, that looks so refreshing. Stop, you're killing me. I'm taking the night off.
Refreshing new Seagram's Extra.
This NFL game summary is sponsored by Seagram's Coolers. This is where the fun starts.
In the third quarter, the Giants with 113 yards to only 26 for the Jets, and they also got their 2 sacks in that quarter, but they have thus far only 79 passing yards to 155 for the Jets. They did, however, get a big play from Phil Sims, and then a touchdown pass on the gadget, Terry Bradshaw, to pull back within 6. It was the fake to Stephen Baker.
Well, you use gadget passes after you set it up with runs. You get them committed on the run, and one of the reasons they wanted to run the gadget pass, I believe, is because MacArthur is the guy that likes to chase. So Sims will fake the run to the right to Carthon, fake the reverse to Baker. But notice 57 in the top left of your screen. That's MacArthur. He didn't bite on it. And then finally, Sims ran at MacArthur. MacArthur committed to Sims, which opened it up for Baker.
That brought the Giants back to within 6. They've got the ball with 80 yards separating them from the end zone. And 11:08 to go in the ball game. The Giants must win to win the division because the Eagles are leading 20-7. If they lose this game and Philadelphia wins, then they've got to have help from the 49ers tonight. Sims is caught for the 8th time. Alex Gordon and Marty Lyons was in the vicinity.
The Jets lined up into the Jet defense, bringing both ends down inside and placing them over the guards, taking both outside linebackers, bringing them up on the ends and blitzing them. But the problem is Lyons. No one has been able to stop Lyons. And then finally from the outside, I believe that would have been Gordon who made the sack.
And William Roberts is in at left guard now, replacing Billy Ard. Sims on 2nd and 20. Zeke Moab, huge play. And that might be enough for the first down. The spot will come just short of the 30.
Every time the Jets have jumped into a 2-deep zone, the Giants have attacked the middle with their tight ends. Twice it was Bavaro. This time it was Moab down the middle.
Number 72 playing an eligible position.
All right. Riesenberg had lined up. It was an unbalanced line. And Riesenberg had lined up eligible. It's 3rd and about a foot.
Yeah, all he has to do is report in.
And he has now done that. He is lined up tight to the left. Oh, no! Now the spot's going to come across the 30, and it might be enough for the first down.
Well, that's all the Giants need. Just get the ball over the 30.
Bobby Humphrey argues. Bill Parcells somewhat passively looks on.
Watch for this. Next time the Giants are in a 3rd and short situation, look for Sims to come out, play action, and go deep. Safeties are up so tight now, it would be very easy for either one of the tight ends to beat them deep.
Giants overcome a 2nd and 20 with a first down at the 31. Play fake. Sims, incomplete, intended for Manuel. And Riesenberg runs the play in. He's alternating now with Carl Nelson. And Sims looks over.
If Sims does not like the play, as you can see, Philadelphia got that big lead. Atlanta. Now there's a shocker. You know, this Atlanta team, hey, that defense is not bad down there. Marion Campbell, the Swamp Fox, got him hooking it.
2nd and 10. 9-11 to go in the game. 20-14 Jets. Otis Anderson surges up the middle and fights for yardage to the 39-yard line. It will be 3rd and 1. An interesting call now, Terry, to see if Phil Sims does go with that play action.
Well, it'll be sent in. You can bet it. Look at Sims. Hurry up. Give me the play. If it's a full 1 yard, there's the signals being wagged in. If it's a full 1 yard, I'm going to say, no, look, it's about a foot here. I would think that they would do it, but they're running the ball, and I got to believe Bill Parcells called this play, and if he did, it's a run.
3rd and a foot. Toss to Anderson. They go outside. First down.
One of the things you'll see with the Giants is this. If their defense is playing good, solid defense, Parcells will want to keep the football on the ground. He will not gamble. He will take over the play calling and run this football.
First down and 10. Taylor pacing. 7:50 to go in the game. It's 20-14 Jets. Play fake. A lot of time for Sims. Deep, man open. Over the shoulder grab, Manuel. And he's down at the 20.
Gets 5 Bobby Humphrey. Bobby Humphrey is a converted wide receiver, number 48 at the top of your screen. Manuel sets him up outside, comes inside, and now the smart route running of Manuel. Notice that he drifts back to the outside to give Sims a big area to throw the football and lead him. Excellent route. Is Sims happy?
That's a gain of 36, first down at the 20. 7 minutes to go in the game. Joe Morris to the 19. Marty Lyons made the first contact. New York Giants have been invincible in this facility. In December, they have won 11 straight here. They trail right now by 6 with 6:35 to go.
Joe Walton told us that in close games, and this is a close game, 20-14, in close games, young football teams lose.
Giants do have a young offensive line, but the Jets are younger overall. Play fake. Sims, diving grab, catch made at the 11. Maurice Carthen. And again, it'll be third down for the New York Giants. And Sims crying for the play.
Look at Sims. This is where Phil Sims, and I know this guy well.
Sims actually ran over to get the play and didn't wait for them to wag it in.
He would like more than anything right now to be in charge of his offense and not have to look to the sideline. He would like to call his own plays.
3rd and 1. 5:38 to go. Otis Anderson. That appears to be enough. But they will call the chain in.
Ron Earhart said that the most important thing for him is to get on the same wavelength as Sims. He senses when Sims is hot, when he's really throwing the ball, and he feeds him passing plays. He senses when he's cold, and he pulls him back and goes to the running attack.
Here's the stretch. First and goal. At the outset of this drive, the New York Giants faced a 2nd and 20. The big play was a catch by Zeke Moab. And they have a 1st and goal after converting their 3rd straight 3rd down. 5:04 to go in the game.
Audible at the line of scrimmage by Sims. Blitz by the Jets.
2-step drop, slant pattern, caught, touchdown! From 9 yards out. We're tied, and McFadden on to try and give the Giants their first lead of the game. But the play, we are told, is being reviewed. Let's look again.
A safety blitz, strong safety. Miano comes in, 36. Sims to the left, comes back to the right. Manuel in the back of the end zone. There's a catch. There's a bobble. Left foot, right foot. Yes, I think that is a touchdown.
Watch it from the end zone.
It's a quick slant. Boy, it's a fine throw.
After review, the play stands as ruled. Touchdown.
I'll tell you what saved him. He pulled that ball up to his chest right before he crossed the inbound line, or they would have reversed that touchdown.
McFadden to break the tie and give the Giants the lead for the first time. Bad snap, but the kick is good. And a great job by Jeff Hostetler in getting the ball down after after he had lost control.
So important to have a quarterback that handles the football a lot as your man holding for extra points and field goals. Notice the low snap, fumbles it, gets it back up just in time. Even had the laces in front.
Hostetler's heart skipped a beat. Giants lead.
Even after lying around for 3 years, today's Duracell.
4:54 to go after that 6-minute and 14-yard Giant drive put Joe Walton's team behind for the first time. And for the Giants, of course, a victory today, regardless of what Philadelphia does, gives them the division championship. And after falling behind 13-0, they now lead 21-20. And Walton's team has been stymied in this half offensively. Bobby Humphrey. Big hole. Out of bounds at the Giant bench, and McFadden was the man who forced him out.
Humphrey, after giving up the big completion on the right side, Emmanuel coming back with a kickoff with a fine block to the outside. Marion Barber, and then McFadden finally is the man. Well, he didn't bring him down. The sideline brought him down.
JoJo Townsell got the block on McFadden. Jets have it at the 48. 4:40 go, quarter to go. O'Brien tipped, caught. Roger Vick at the Giant 47.
We've seen a lot of play action on first down. That's an old theory to freeze linebackers, but that time the ball was thrown low by O'Brien. Someone got their hand on it, but Vick, very much alert, reaches up, grabs the football for a 5-yard gain.
Roger Vick's catch, a 2nd down and 4 after they give him 6. Schuler comes to the right side. They found Vick at the 35. First down, Jets. And the big Bobby Humphrey kickoff return has set up this offensive series.
What's happened, the Giants have seen the Jets, Vern, throw on their safeties, and so now they're trying to get help with their linebackers deep, and that time they had Lawrence Taylor over the tight end to the right side. He rushed. It was very easy for them to handle. Got to back out underneath the linebackers for an easy completion and a first down.
3:20 to go in the game. 21-20 Giants. Blitz, and O'Brien goes left side. Caught by Toon. Nailed and dropped by Wayne Haddix at the 31. And we are at the 3-minute mark. Philadelphia still leads. If the Giants hold on, it doesn't matter what the Eagles do in terms of the division. But if the Jets win this one and the Eagles prevail in Dallas, Philadelphia wins the division. And the Giants need help. 2nd and 5. Johnny Hector to the 22. And there are 2 minutes and 28 seconds to go. And Pat Leahy getting ready just in case he's needed.
Now what O'Brien will do is just let this clock run out and give him the 2-minute warning. Jets are in good position. They're moving the football. Now they'll use the clock. Make the clock an ally. Coming into this game, the Jets wanted to use the wind as an ally. They said he would be our 12th man. Well, the wind is really not a factor today.
3rd and 2. 2-minute warning.
2-minute warning. My time.
Jets trail by 1, but they are within field goal range.
Working to be the best they can be. Teammates, sponsored by the U.S. Army. 1988 saw the emergence of Phil Simms and Lionel Manuel as the dominant duo in the Giant passing attack. While Simms' courage and experience are mainstays on the Giants' offense, Manuel's disciplined routes and sure-handed catches have been an added bonus in the Giants' drive to gain another NFC East championship. With one of the best receiving seasons in Giant history, Lionel Manuel has worked with Bill Simms to make the New York Giants offense the best it can be.
Dear Dad, we made our toughest jump yet at dawn. I was kind of nervous, we all were. And then I remembered when you told me that real courage is putting your fear aside and doing your job. You see, Dad, here in the Army, the things I'm learning will help me get the most out of life and the best from myself.
Giant Stadium, East Rutherford, New Jersey, filled to capacity again. An even mixture of Jet and Giant fans. The Giants lead by 1. The Jets 3rd and 2 from the New York Giant 22. And Pat Leahy prowling the sideline. If the Giants hold on and win this game, they win the division. If they lose, they need help. Blitz. O'Brien back. Caught. Schuler. First down at the 11. A gain of 16 by the starting Pro Bowl tight end, and Pat Leahy still warms up.
Wayne Haddix had Schuler man for man. Don't forget now, early in this game, Perry Williams, the starting right corner, went out of this ball game, and Sheldon White had to move over. Haddix had to come in. He is trailing Schuler. I mean, he's 5 yards behind him. Excellent catch. High throw. Schuler reaches up and makes a key grab for the Jets.
Giants call timeout.
When we played for
Giants lead by 1:36 to go. Jets have a first down at the 11. The Giants have 2 timeouts left. Philadelphia still leads 23-7 with a minute to go over Dallas. And here are the Jets with a first and 10 at the 11. McNeil behind O'Brien, double tight end set. Hand off to Freeman. McNeil goes left. Dropped at the 9. And we'll see if New York uses its second timeout. Not yet. Second down.
Jets are smart here. They're just letting that clock go on, taking their time, calling their play. Giants have 1 timeout remaining. They're trying to save it. But the Jets could they have 2 left. Yes, they could force them. The Giants are wanting to hold them, get the ball back to their offense so they can use them to try to win this game.
Under a minute. McNeil. 3rd down from the 5. And now the Giants use their second timeout. 41 seconds to go. As time has been called, don't forget tonight on CBS 60 Minutes. Looking for another way to spend your money without leaving home? Watch 60 Minutes tonight on CBS. That's followed by Murder, She Wrote and the CBS Sunday movie, A Very Brady Christmas. A Yuletide reunion of the Brady Bunch with the original cast members. 41 seconds remaining. 3rd and 4 from the 5. The Giants can stop the clock one more time. Philadelphia is on the verge of winning its game in Dallas. If the Giants lose, if Leahy gets the field goal or the Jets get a touchdown here, and the Giants lose, an Eagle win puts Philadelphia in the playoffs as the division champion, and the Giants must hope the Rams lose to the 49ers tonight.
Play action, Vern?
Don't think so.
Do you take a shot? Sure.
No play action, but a shot. Touchdown! Al Toon! extra point as Toon celebrates. It's 27-21 with 37 seconds to go. And this all began with a 38-yard kickoff return by Bobby Humphrey and some first down passing by Ken O'Brien.
Special teams set this touchdown up. Toon to the left. Lines up man-for-man coverage. Notice that it's Tom Flynn, number 28, that has Toon man-for-man. Flynn's not even a cornerback. He's a safety. He's playing out of position. A perfectly thrown ball, a fine route by Toon. But what was really good was the call. You don't complete it, big deal. We're going to kick a field goal anyway. If they gamble and blitz us to stop our run, we might fumble the football, so why not throw it into the end zone?
Joe Walton, once a tight end for the New York Giants. Now with the New York Jets. He said, I still have a little blue in me, but I want to kick them where it hurts.
Walton also said that young football teams lose close games, and right now you would have to say he's in the driver's seat. Not a lot of emotion, but you can understand the disappointment in Parcells, thinking his team, after his offense had driven all the way down, converting 3 crucial third down completions by Sims to take the lead, and then to see his special teams once again disappointing, and then of course injuries to Perry Williams, I believe, very critical to the Giants.
37 seconds remain. Leahy's kick. Gugamos at the 13. Down at the 23. If the Jets hang on and Philadelphia wins, as they are about to do, then the Giants have to sit back and watch television tonight and hope the 49ers knock off the Rams. If that happens, then the Giants are in as a wild card.
And I would believe the Giants would be very disappointed. I know as a player, I would hate to know that I got in when I had my division in my own hands, my own destiny, and I couldn't rise to the occasion and beat this team. That would be the one thing that would disturb me the most, because that tells me we're not a championship team.
One timeout left. Sims gets rid of it. George Adams tries to get out of bounds and does. And that stops the clock with 23 seconds to go.
Now, ideally, there are 2 areas to throw the ball, Vern, and you and I have done this 1,000 times. It's deep into the sideline where the catch is made and the receiver can step out of bounds and kill the clock. But the most vulnerable position, and you remember the Rams many years ago caught a deep in against the Cowboys and kicked them out of the Super Bowl. Down the middle deep, crossing route.
Billy Waddy caught it. Here's Sims back. Deep crossing route. Lionel Manuel, they have 1 timeout left. They've
got to use it.
15 seconds to go. Time has been called as Phil Sims comes over to the sideline. That is the final timeout for the New York Giants. And a final just in, the Eagles have won. Buddy Ryan's team in the playoffs for the first time since '81. And if the Giants cannot come back and win this, the Eagles go in as the NFC Eastern Division champion. Bill Sims, Bill Parcells. Bill Parcells' wife, Judy, asked him what Bill said is the ultimate question. Why is it you continue to do what you do for a living? And Bill said, there is no answer. Judy said, if you win, you're only happy for 15 minutes. If you lose, you're devastated for a week. And this one will hurt more than most.
Jets, this is their playoff game. This is the season for the Giants. They want to win this game. They want to win their division, and they want to do it now. Once again, deep across the middle is the place to go, but there's no time left for Sims to get his team up for a second play if he does that.
Deep left for Baker. Incomplete. Seconds to go.
The two areas to run were over the middle and deep to the outside. Notice Baker trying to get separation with the safety, coming underneath the safety, but then all of a sudden, 28 Howard is there coming up underneath him. Even if Baker had caught the ball, I do not believe he'd have had his feet in bounds.
From the 47, 2nd and 10.
Hook and lateral, huh? Hail Mary, hook and lateral, something.
Three-man rush by the Jets. They're going deep left side for Stacy Robinson and friends. And it comes down incomplete. And this one is over. The New York Giants fall to the Jets and now must sit back and hope for a 49er victory. And there is an irony there because Phil Simms said the one team he hates most in this league are the 49ers. Joe Walton's team finishes with a winning record in '88 as they defeat the Giants 27-21. Bobby Humphrey's kickoff return of 38 yards after the Giants had gone on top for the first time, propelled the Jets to the come-from-behind win. And it was Al Toon who caught the pass from Ken O'Brien on 3rd down and 4 from the 5 to put the Jets back on top as the old man, Dan Alexander, walks up the tunnel. Jets win it 27-21. Coupled with a Philadelphia victory, that means the Eagles are in. The 49ers have now won the West. New Orleans has been eliminated, and the Giants have to sit back and urge on the 49ers tonight.